Hello everyone and welcome back to Learn Arabic. Today we are going to start a new lesson about Tanween, i.e. double vowel. This lesson requires a solid grasp of short vowels, so if you still struggle with fatha, kasrah, and dhamma, we highly recommend getting back to our series Arabic Short Vowels. The link will appear on the screen. With that in mind, let's move on directly to our lesson and see what we have on the agenda today. In this lesson, we are going to understand what Tanween is and what the three types of Tanween are. Then we will learn what sounds are made with each kind of Tanween. We will also cover the different ways these signs can be written. Let's now begin our lesson by defining Tanween. Tanween literally means making an N sound. This sound is added to the end of the word to indicate indefiniteness. For instance, babun is a door and filun is an elephant. Can you hear the N sound? باب فيل. Terminology-wise, some teachers call Tanween nunation. Just keep that in mind, you'll find it in some books. But grammar-wise, Tanween indicates indefiniteness. Let's have an example here. We have the word قلم versus the word قلم. Both of these words stand for pen, but when we say قلم, it's a pen, which means that it is an indefinite noun, whereas قلم refers to a specific pen, for example, Adam's pen. This is just background information. So, as a summation, we would say that Tanween is an additional noon that it is pronounced but not written. I cannot stress this enough, to mark the indefinite noun. But since we have different types of Tanween, the question is, how Tanween is made and how does it look like? Tanween consists on adding a second movement mark, a fatha, a kasrah, or a dhamma to a similar short vowel. In other words, it consists on doubling the short vowels, not in the way that long vowels are made, but by piling them on top of each other. You will see what I'm talking about in just a few seconds. If we double the short vowels fatha, kasrah, and dhamma, we will have three new vowels called double fatha, double kasrah, and double dhamma. A double fatha looks like two fathas on top of each other. A double kasrah looks like two kasras on top of each other. And a double dhamma looks like two dhammas written beside each other, or written just like one dhamma with a squiggle after it. So be careful. Double dhamma can be written in two different ways. These three types of double vowel altogether are called Tanween, but if we want to be more specific, we can call each one by a separate name, which will give us three types of Tanween. تنوين الفتح, تنوين الكسر, and تنوين الضم. One more time. تنوين الفتح goes for double فتحة. تنوين الكسر goes for double كسرة. And تنوين الضم goes for double ضمة. Let's move on to analyzing them. تنوين الفتح is marked with a double فتحة and an additional alif at the end of the word. As example, we have ولدا. Moving on to the second type. تنوين الكسر is marked with a double كسرة written under the last letter of the word. Keeping the same example, and by changing the type of tanween, the word will become ولد. And last but not least, تنوين الضم is marked with a double ضمة at the end of the word. By changing the type of tanween, the word will become ولد. So, our three types of tanween are تنوين الفتح, تنوين الكسر, and تنوين الضم. And the words are ولدا, ولد, ولد. Can you hear the N sound at the end? ولدا, ولد, ولد. Now time has come to practice tanween. If a letter has tanween on it, it will sound as if we are pronouncing a single vowel, فتحة, كسرة, or ضمة, and following it with an N sound. Let's get back to our previous examples. ولدا, ولد, ولد. Listen carefully, please. ولدا, ولد, ولد. Tanween sounds like as if the last short vowel of each word consecutively فتحة, كسرة, and ضمة joins to the N sound. Let's take another word that we are familiar with as another example. كتابا, كتاب, كتاب. One more time. كتابا, كتاب, كتاب. As you can hear, the last short vowel of each word joins effectively to an N that is unseen but present in terms of pronunciation, and that's what tanween is all about. There is one other important detail. As you can see in all of these words, tanween came at the end of each one. You will never see tanween at the beginning or the middle of a word. Tanween only comes at the end of words. One last point. The type of tanween is conditional on the last short vowel of the word. تنوين الفتح comes if the last letter has a فتحة on it. تنوين الكسر comes if the last letter has كسرة on top of it. And تنوين الضم comes if the last letter is in conjunction with a dhamma. Some of you might ask, how do we know which short vowel comes at the end of the word to begin with? To put it simply, the short vowels at the end of the word are used to indicate the position of the word within a sentence, whether it is a subject, a verb, an object, etc. So, in this regard, the short vowel at the end of the word itself can change depending on the function of the word. We will study these functions at the right time, so don't worry about that. It's an advanced level. That's about it. We still have some notes and special cases regarding Tanween al-Fath. We will discuss them on our next lesson along with some exercises. So please focus on this lesson and give everything time to fall into place in order to be able to understand what's coming. I hope you will have an awesome week ahead and see you in our next lesson. شكرا على حسن استماعكم وإلى اللقاء.